Okay, it's a while that I've noticed that I have some cuts in the polytunnel. It seems somebody has tried deliberately to cut the polytunnel in the polytunnel. It's about probably 6 months I noticed that. And now I just found the tape for repair. It's a split cut. It has been done by a sharp tool, so you can see here another 3. One, this is a real cut, those ones are just a scratch, and this one another one which is just a scratch. I will do it from inside. I've done it from inside, and now this part is attached. I will do it from outside also. So I just now have attached from inside. I will do another layer here just to protect this part also, and then I will go the other side. Okay, now I have done one part of it. I will do another layer here, just to get sure that nothing else affects this. It's relatively easy, but you have to be careful. First attach this part, then keep it away and by hand stick it so there is no bubble or anything left behind. So what I'm doing now is that. Okay, now I have done this part. The question is that why we don't use sellotape for this. Okay, very simple. Sellotape is very thin, it's not strong. This tape that I'm using, and you can see it here, is the same material that this polyethylene plastic is made of. So practically they are strong. If I use anything other than this, then they will not be as strong. So that's the reason. So now I have put all these plastic polyethylenes here. And I will show you what I'm doing outside. Outside has a little bit of rain, so I have to dry it first. Okay, what you see, what I have done. This is the polytunnel. There is a 2 feet distance between polytunnel and the bed of the raspberry. And again, between the bed of raspberry and the actual fence, which is here, as you can see, is about 50 centimeter, 1.5 foot distance. So in total is about 1.2 meters distance. I put this just in the case if anybody wants to sabotage polytunnel, which happens a lot. I've seen after that in the YouTube that some people have vandalized other people's polytunnel out of jealousy, out of anger. In this case, it's a Polish guy. They're very antisocial behavior. They show all kind of antisocial behavior toward everybody, racism and other things. We have black people here that they have been abused by these Polish guys. They're very racist, practically. So, what they were doing, they're trying to put a stick or something through here, or a sharp knife or something to cut it. But the polyethylene is strong relatively, and it's not that easy to cut. They tried it, but they couldn't. So I'm just showing now how I'm going to repair the outside. The inside is done, now I'm doing the outside. Okay, this is how outside looks. That's the cut I was talking about. You see that cut, and other cuts here. So I have to do it thoroughly. I don't want to do a kind of slapdash job. This should be strong to stand the worst storms of the UK. So, and I have to do it correctly and right. So outside, because it's exposed to nature, I have some moss growing, I have some rain already. It was raining, we had a storm last night, so I must do all these things before applying the polyethylene plastic. So I'm just cleaning at the moment. I don't want any residue, anything that gets stuck under the polyethylene. And because it was also slightly wet, I have to wait that it dries completely. I'm doing with this cloth just to get sure that it's relatively dry. I will leave it for a while. The wind is blowing, the sun is shining, so let it naturally also evaporate whatever water residue is here. Now the polytunnel is dry to the touch, so I'm going now to do the outside part. Okay, I'm telling you, it's not that easy, but I managed it. I tried to avoid the air bubbles forming, but some of it formed. And now as the rain starts again, as you see, it is finished. So hopefully that will protect this cut from extending to anywhere. That was a split cut, by the way.